That feels so good on my tongue.
Welcome to the Lee Michaels Show with Carol and your daily cast of characters, where we discuss the issues of the day, entertainment news, what's really going on in Washington, and the world. Why don't we just hear it from the horse's mouth himself?
We can't have someone in the Oval Office who doesn't understand the meaning of the word confidential or classified. I don't think it's safe to be briefed on national security because the word will get out. I know at some point they're going to be calling, they're going to want to brief me, but I'm not a talker about this stuff. This is like Watergate, only it's worse. Because here, our foreign enemies were in a position to hack our most sensitive national security secrets.
Of course, it turns out the Russians didn't need to hack Hillary's email server. They were able to hack Trump's mouth.
This is like Watergate, only it's worse.
The Lee Michaels Show on the Power of Voices Radio Network.
Hello, world. Welcome to the Lee Michaels Show. We're live Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to noon Pacific Time on Facebook, YouTube, thepowerofvoices.com. Heard and seen around the world. Thank you for joining us today. It is a beautiful Monday here in Southern California. I'm loving it. Loving it. It's not much better anywhere else in the world. Beautiful beaches, palm trees. Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, okay. There's one thing that's not so wonderful, and that's the traffic here in Los Angeles. So, with that, it is what it is. Welcome to the show. It's Lee, Carol, and the cast of characters. And checking in already is Chris Pace.
Boom shakalaka. How you doing?
Oh, okay. I'm good.
Oh, and also, guys say happy birthday to Carol.
Yeah, well, she's in the other room right now. She's doing something else. What it is, I don't know. But you know how that is. But yeah, she hit her up on that again because she's
okay. I will.
She's happy, but she's a little depressed because she didn't get the cake that she wanted.
Oh, and I'm sorry about that.
I tried to accommodate her, but the kind of cake that she wanted, it's just hard to find, especially on a Sunday, because I didn't think about it until yesterday. So there are not many bakeries open with the kind of cake that she wanted. So
well, you're a busy man, but what kind of cake does she want in particular?
It's not like frosting that most cakes have. It's like a whipped cream frosting. So whatever that is, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably expensive.
Well, it's her birthday. I mean, she knows what she wants.
Yeah. So I was trying to hook that up for her, but I couldn't find it. But so I'll look around today. Better late than never, right?
That's right.
Yeah, she's a nice person. She does special stuff for everybody, so I think it's appropriate to give her. But it's going to be a little cake, like a cupcake. Because she's always talking about it. She don't want to eat sugar and all that kind of stuff, so
right.
Keep her from ODing. We'll get a small cake, not a large, big, sheet cake or anything like that, because she's not going to eat all that. If she does, she'll be 400 pounds next week.
No, she won't do that.
Yes, who knows? She might go into one of her tailspins, and who knows? You just don't know when you don't know, and I don't know.
Well, that's true.
So how was your weekend?
My weekend was good. Here's the thing about working with you in this program.
What's that?
You got to get rid of that opening. The opening with Trump, it gets on my nerve, man. Now, I vote you replace it with what you just played with Laura Rice and the tongue thing. See, that's great.
I thought I'd throw that in there to see if anybody was listening at the top of the show, and I see you absolutely heard that.
Man, I would vote for that more than that damn Trump opening, man.
Okay, we'll get a new opening. You want to produce it?
Yeah, that'll be cool.
You want to give us some input in terms of what you want on it? Because I'm not married to anything, but
Well, I mean, I leave the creativity to Apollo. You want to give it back to him, have him do a new one. Just make it work, man. He makes it pop and everything else. The bells and whistles, but that whole thing with Trump, man, it's ran its course. I can't take it no more.
But it's still so relevant. I mean, especially the part where he talks about, he's not a talker about that stuff. Well, you're not a talker about any damn thing, you fool. I mean, how are you going to say you don't want to know what's going on with the national security? What?
Right.
That's your job. So who's going to talk about it?
Oh, help.
Tell me, come on. See, you get me all upset now.
I told you it's that opening, man. You'll be cool as a cucumber. It's the Lee Michaels show. How you doing, everybody? You go back to that crap, and your blood pressure's sky high.
Yeah. And my blood pressure, I don't have a blood pressure problem. But, stuff like this does get me a little edgy.
Yes.
Don't push me 'cause I'm close to the edge.
I'm trying not to lose
my head. Yeah, so I'm excitable. I can lose it every now and again.
Well, see, that's when Uberly comes into play.
Yeah, man. You don't want that fool to come out.
No, man.
That dang fool.
No dice.
Is it me, or am I just kind of real dark today? I'm from the dark web. Did you hear about this young lady? She's a model, and she was sent out to Italy. Italy to do a modeling job, photo shoot, by her agency. So it should be legit, right? So then while she was there, she got another call from her agency saying, "Hey, we got another job for you." Well, that job turned out to be a kidnapping, and they, tied her up, handcuffed her, and took her out into the woods somewhere and held her. And then they called the agency back and said, "Hey, if you want her back, it's going to be $300K." And the agency said, "Not here. No, Lord, we can't do that." So apparently, these people that kidnapped her is a part of what is called the dark web, the dark internet. And they've got a website that only select group of people have access to. And these are obviously wealthy people that are willing to pay for sex slaves. With the whole human trafficking thing.
That's right.
So apparently someone took the bait and wanted to buy this girl. And while in the process of transferring her, they were captured, which is a good thing for the young lady because she didn't end up into the final stages of you'll never see her again.
Yeah, for real.
So that's pretty crazy. So this human trafficking thing is it's real, folks. Don't play it down. And if you are traveling with young people, and they'll take children, 10, 11, 12 years old, maybe even younger. And you could be out at a carnival or, an event or something, and if you don't keep that child's hand in your hand, you may never see that child again.
No, that's right.
So don't let your children just run out in the crowd. I mean, in addition to human trafficking, it could be a terrorist attack.
Oh, yeah.
And you may never see that child again. So just be mindful of that.
Yeah, absolutely. That, and, you hear the horror stories about, taking organs out and selling them, on the black market. That's
absolutely
been going around for years, unfortunately, and it seems to be a bigger market for children.
Yeah. With
organs, to donate, not to donate, but to steal.
Sure.
And to murder. So, please look out for your children in particular, because you just have evil people out there that do evil things.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And they have no regard. Now, apparently they had a little soft spot in their heart because this model has a child. So I don't know if they plan to maybe not sell her to someone that would really dog her out or what, but apparently they gave that some consideration. But, this is just, we're in a sick world. Between the little mental midget up there in North Korea, the knuckleheads in Iran and Russia, pimp Putin.
Right.
Pimp Putin. Putin is pimping everybody in the world.
Big time.
Yep, and our president is on the stroll for him. So, your president, number 45. That's your boy.
Why he has to be my president?
Your dog. That's your dog.
No. Now you're going to take the righteous name of dog and associate it with him. Okay, D-O-G, yes, I go with that, but not the dog we use.
No, D-A-W-G. No, that's your.
Right, that's the one we
That's your
with.
Dog. That's that's your dog.
I can't do that.
You're a secret supporter of the Trumpster.
What side of bed you woke up on, man? Like, you'll throw me in that fool's bed? Oh, no, sir, no.
There's some closet black people out there that love them some
Jesus.
Trump.
Oh, Lordy Lord, I love me some Trumpism.
How many people of color, of any color, is a part of his cabinet so far?
Well, you got Omarosa, who's the king of the blacks, or queen of the blacks, so she's in there.
Okay. What is her
And that's about
job?
it for
What
us,
does
I
she
see.
do? She's so insignificant in my world. I don't even know what her job title is.
I think 45 appointed Omarosa as queen of the blacks.
Damn. What's that job pay?
I have no idea.
And then you got Dr. Carson, right?
Oh, he don't count either. Yeah, Dr. Ben Carson.
Yeah. And he's still lagging, but behind the last three presidents in terms of appointments. There are a few thousand jobs that the president gets to appoint. And he's way behind. At 200 days into his administration, he's behind Obama, George W., and Clinton in terms of his appointments. And those, there are like 400 or 500 of those jobs that have to be confirmed by the Senate. And he's only like a 200 and so far being approved by them. And they gave him about 4 or 5 dozen just before going on holiday. So prior to that, he was way off.
There you go.
Way off. So I don't know what they're doing over there in Washington, D.C. in terms of doing the people's work, other than he's tweeting every damn day with a bunch of nonsense. There ought to be some kind of way that we can make him get off of Twitter. Maybe we should do a, thing. Let me rejoin broadcast. Okay. A petition. A petition to Twitter to request his account to be deleted. You know that they do chicken shit over there. They're not going to do that.
Right.
I think we ought to make some noise at least. Make the request that he's offensive. He lies. He distorts. And we want him off the damn air. We don't want him on Twitter. Maybe if everybody, in fact, I'm going to start today. I'm going to ban him. I'm going to not follow him anymore. I'm not going to follow the president of the United States on Twitter any longer. And if he's annoying to you, then I suggest we all do the same. If he begins to see his followers on Twitter diminish, maybe it will cut through his ego and get him to realize that this is not right, man.
You know, though, you don't have to follow him.
Wait a minute, Carol. You can't just start talking. I got to introduce you.
Oh, jeez. This is Carol.
Damn, Carol. Where's the other Carol? I'd rather talk to her. She's a little more civil.
If you go in there, half of those followers aren't real. They're not real.
They're not real?
No.
I haven't checked him out.
I
He's got a
don't-
lot of eggheads?
I don't follow him, but I can go in and look at his Twitter.
Sure. Typically, most of the people that don't have a picture or a logo or something, those are called eggheads, and
And
they're not real.
if it says private.
Yeah. Knuckleheads.
Because if you're a fan, you don't want it to be private because you want him to see you.
Right. Unless you are
They're fake.
Living
it's
in
like
the witness
all
protection
Katy
program.
Perry, all of them, they're fake followers.
Yeah. Well, happy birthday, Carol, and all of that. You're
Thank
what,
you.
22 now?
I'm 44.
You lying.
There you go, 44.
You know you're 22.
No, I'm 44. I waited, though, for that cake and ice cream. It didn't happen.
Well, see, now listen.
Because
Yesterday,
I messed up because I told everybody, I don't need cake.
That's right. Now,
Happy
yesterday,
birthday, Carol. I was
Thank
talking to
you.
Lee about this before, about the whole, he mentioned this whole cake thing. Could you describe what happened about this cake thing?
It was my fault. Everybody was asking me, did I want a cake? And I'm like, no, because I can't eat cake. But I just knew somebody was going to surprise me anyway.
no,
And it didn't happen.
it doesn't work that way, Carol.
So I was like a little bummed.
But I did look for
Because, see, I don't eat a lot of sugar. But I could give in, and I wanted the ice cream.
I did look for a cake yesterday, but the kind of cake you want is not available everywhere.
No, you got to go to like a Latin place or an Asian one.
A Latin
Now,
or Asian
I
bakery?
like a cake where they do that like whipped cream frosting. It's whipped
Right.
cream. I don't like with that other kind of frosting. Unless
Too
it's
much
real
sugar.
cream cheese. The other one's done with Crisco. Remember, I'm a baker.
Yeah. So you don't like the industrial
But
strength.
I had a nice birthday. I went to that movie, is it Girls Trip?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's the one with Queen Latifah.
That
Yeah.
was a great movie. I wasn't going to go at first because people were like, it's rowdy. But I didn't even notice the frontal. Everybody else did in the theater, but I didn't when the guy showed his penis.
Well, how could you not notice that, Carol?
I don't know. Everybody, all the women were like, woo.
Has it been that long?
It hasn't been long, believe me.
She knows a penis when she sees one.
Yeah, I
Don't you,
didn't
Carol?
notice it, though. I just seen him in the window, and they all started, all the women in the, it's a woman's movie. I wouldn't advise men
Yes.
to go
How
to
much is that penis
You would
in the
be
window?
very embarrassed to be there, because it definitely is a woman's movie.
Yes, it is.
There's a
Yeah.
new actress, though, in it. She was amazing. You could tell that was her real personality.
Yeah, Tiffany Haddish or Haddish.
Yes.
She's fantastic. Yes.
Yeah, because she said she lived in the, was homeless and she grew up ghetto. Because there's a story she told about, she had bought a Groupon. And I
Yeah,
guess
she was
Jada
on,
Pinkett heard and didn't know it was
Right.
a Groupon and wanted to go to this thing. And that, but her character was great in that movie, but I'll put money it was her real personality. Because she reminded me of friends I have. And all of them were great. Every one of them had that roll down to a T. And it was hilarious. Especially the part in New Orleans. It made everybody want to go to New Orleans.
Really?
Oh, they were partying.
The only reason I'd want to go to New Orleans is for some food, gumbo.
No, that was one big party. They must have filmed some of that during Mardi Gras.
You've been to New Orleans, I'm sure, right, Carol?
Just to work. When
Just
I
to work.
work, I don't really go to the place.
Did you go down on, what is it called?
When I'm working
Beale Street?
and I'm
Not
hired to come in and do a job, I do my job. I
Get in
don't
and
go
get
on.
out.
Yeah. Sometimes I stay the whole time, but I don't go out.
Beale? Yeah.
I've been known to go out and not show up for something, so I've learned the hard way.
That street, the main street there that all the tourists hang out on, it smells.
Well, I guess so when they were peeing.
It
Yeah,
really
that's what everybody
smells.
keeps telling me. It smells like urine.
Yeah. And other types of funk, too. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, it's,
When she was
Other
up
types
on
of funk.
yeah.
that thing
It's
that
funky.
swung across to the other place, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Jada Pinkett's character was great.
I saw her on one of the, I don't know, what's Hollywood shows or something where she was out promoting it. No, it was the show with the two girls on in the morning. And she was on there, doing the publicity run. She's pretty bubbly. She's a real upbeat lady.
She's a great actress.
Yeah.
She don't get the credit she should get because the character she portrayed was definitely not her personality. All four of them were great.
Yeah, I probably will never see that movie, but that's okay.
Well, if you did, you would probably see it at home. It's not a movie for a man to go into the theater because
Well, why is that? I mean,
it's not a man's movie.
but
It's a movie with how us women feel when men do things.
no, I'd like to see that because I want to know how you're thinking.
No,
I can
you
know how to
know how
respond to
women
your
think. I'm
crazy.
sure you've had a plate thrown at your head before.
Not a plate, but maybe some other things.
Yeah, it's definitely a woman's movie. That theater was filled with women. I mean, there was someone sitting way up front. She couldn't stop laughing.
She was
And then we
busting
had
loose.
Rain with us, and the woman, two older women next to her looked over. They said, "Close your eyes."
Oops. That was when the little doggy was in the window?
No, I think Rain got a glimpse of that because all of a sudden Rain was turning her
I call
face
my
and
penis
covering it.
doggy.
I think it was when the really fine guy
Yeah.
that Jada ended up with, he got naked.
Did she get naked too?
No,
No. Just
he
him.
was. They had some
I'm not
good-looking
going.
men. No, it's
Yeah,
not.
it's a girl
It's
movie.
not for a man.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
You're
Oh,
right.
yeah, I know.
You're right. I want to
I think
see
this was-
some war flicks and some gangster movies.
I think this was the first movie that Queen Latifah and Jada Pinkett been reunited since Set It Off, I think. They did Set It Off all those years ago.
I don't think I ever saw that one either. Never even heard of it. Set
That
It
was a good
Off?
movie.
Set It Off
yeah.
was a great movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not a movie buff. Somebody's
Oh,
going to
yeah, I
have to
see
say,
that
hey,
now.
hey, Lee, let's go see a movie. Oh, okay. But
Is that how you say it when you invite the movies, Lee?
okay. All right.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it sounds like fun. Yeah, let's go. And I, try to appear to be excited. And if I don't take a nap doing it, it's got to be a good movie. It keeps me from
start
going to
watching
sleep. Yeah.
Right.
So Mr. Uber driver will not be driving for 2 weeks.
Oh,
if anybody
shush,
hears
shush,
who drives,
Shush. Hey.
let me know.
Hey.
Hey, what
Come
happened?
on.
He needs
Nah,
to
come
take
on.
a break. He's
Come on.
wearing himself out.
Whatever. Right. Okay.
All right. What happened, Carol?
Nothing.
He
nothing.
just is working too much.
Everybody's telling me I'm tired and I don't look good and
Oh, you
Not-
look good now.
I'm
You look
walking
good now, she
crazy
said.
and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, they're trying to lock me down. But it's okay. I appreciate that. I really do. At least somebody gives a damn. That's cool. Appreciate the love.
Yeah, because
But I will be
if I had
sneaking
known
out.
he was tired, I wouldn't have had him working at my house last night.
Well, that's all right. I don't mind helping people out. You know that. Let's see. What else is happening? Wait a minute. What happened to Apollo? I forgot. I heard him come in, and then was that Apollo
Yeah,
or
no,
Alpo?
I think that was me.
Oh, that was you. You bailed out and came back in.
Yeah, I came back in. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
reboot.
Reboot. Why you rebooting on me, man?
Make my boot a reboot. I say what?
It's funny. You can take a phrase and turn it into something else.
Well, a wise person once told me there's a song for everything.
Yeah, it is. Suspect named. Damn it, the screen went out on me. Ain't that when that happens? A manhunt underway for 39-year-old Lan McCarthy, suspect of killing an officer in Missouri. Officer Gary Michael, doing a routine traffic stop. Hey, did you guys see that one where this cop held a gun on the guy and I guess it was his wife or girlfriend for 9 minutes? And he had asked them for the paperwork, the registration and license, and they were looking for it. And he got nervy, the cop, when the guy pulled some papers out from under the seat and pulled his gun out and held it, I guess, until help came. And they ended up letting the couple go their merry way. Now, also the guy that the gun was being pointed at, I understand, apologized for his behavior. Well, I don't think his behavior. He was asking questions, and see, and that's the thing about it. You know, most people are afraid to ask questions or somewhat challenge a police officer, but he didn't do it in a real dogmatic way. He was having a conversation with the cop, and the cop was, I tell you what, I think I would have shut the hell up. And because, you know, I don't have the right skin complexion to sit there and argue with a guy with a gun on me.
Right.
You know, it's funny, though.
Yes.
We hear all this, but we don't talk about stuff like I seen last week where I think it was 6 black kids on a subway. And this other black guy asked him, and I don't like to use the word black or things, but I'm just making a point. All he asked those kids to do is, could you put out the marijuana? They beat this man unmercifully. He got off, and they beat him more. They kicked him in his head. He tried to get back on the train. There was no excuse for this. Then here,
where was this?
Somewhere back east on a subway. But then here over the weekend, there was this really pretty young black girl. And these girls got into road rage with her, which she should have never got out of the car. Or did they drag her out? I don't remember. But they started beating the crap out of her. So I try to tell people, don't sit here and think that it's always white on black crime or black on white crime. Sometimes it's same races. And I'll tell you a good example. I went with my daughter to get gas after we went to the movie. There was a Caucasian man smoking right by the gas thing where it says no smoking in huge letters, because there could be gas on the ground and he could blow all of us up.
Sure.
So this woman looked over at him and she said to him, could you please put your cigarette out and walk away from here when you do it? And he wouldn't. She said, all I'm asking you, she said, see the sign? She said, you're jeopardizing all our lives. She kept asking him, do you know this guy looked over at her? He said, I'm going to come and kick your ass.
What?
Yeah, this guy. Now, she was a young white woman, and he was white. He walked over to beat her up. All of a sudden, you seen car doors, even my door open. I thought, you know, I might not be able to beat this man,
Lord.
but we're not going to sit.
His head going through the window.
So he got up on
back
her,
out.
and the guy in front of us was this young black African guy. And he got in between her. He said, you're not hitting her. And then these other guys started jumping out of their cars.
Right.
One guy told her, get in the car, I will pump your gas. And he just kept it up like he thought it was okay. And the black guy told him again, he said, you're not hitting her. She did nothing wrong. She asked you not to smoke, that you're jeopardizing everybody's life here, to walk over there and put what really got me was there was a young white guy on the gasoline duty if you go to Costco's. He was sitting there not even trying to stop this psych. And the white guy said to him, he goes, yeah, you see how she's acting? And he was shaking. So then 2 big Mexican girls that are security guards came up. And they looked over at me. I said, now, do you think that's... They said, no, it isn't. I said, go see Girls Trip, because we had just left the movie. This guy still continued. After they got the girl in the car and filled her tank for the guys, he walks up to the black guy, and he was putting and he says, yeah, well, you know she was in the wrong. And the guy looked, he said, no, she wasn't in the wrong. He said, why couldn't you have just walked over there, put your stuff out, because you were jeopardizing all our lives.
Yeah, he's dumb.
He said, and why would you threaten a woman? Would you threaten a man? He said, would you threaten me like that? Because he thought these guys were all going to side with him.
Not only was he stupid in putting everybody's life in danger, he's just an ignorant fool. He was. It's just, that's no excuse. What moron would go up to a gas pump with a cigar in his freaking hand or mouth, wherever it was? That's stupid. The fumes alone can ignite.
Well, that's what she was trying to tell him. And Instead, he came into. First, I thought he was
Yeah.
just talking crap when he told her,
He's a coward.
I'm going to come and kick your ass. He told her. And
Yeah. He's a coward.
I thought he was kidding. He started walking to her to beat her up. And it's like, no, but you had to see all the doors opening. All of a sudden, you see men climbing out. But
So what did security say to him?
the security woman stood there and basically let him know the same thing. But the guy that was running it, he was siding with him. I looked over at him after. I said, "You're here working. Why would he sit here and side with?" I told those girls, that guy sat there and just sided with him. Like, go ahead, beat the woman up.
What they need to do.
Now, a lot of times people won't help somebody, but
Right.
nobody
Well,
was letting them.
Well, because everybody's life was in danger there, and I think the sensitivity level was at a high. But what needs to happen is this guy's membership to Costco needs to be revoked.
Well, he
They
laughed.
need They need to take
And
his
then this
membership.
was the
He
best,
shouldn't come back
best
again.
yet. He said, everywhere you go now, there's road rage. It was like, no, that woman wasn't threatening you. Or anyway, she was
He
asking
threatened
you.
her.
Yeah. And that guy was agreeing with him that was working. And it's like, hey, we just left that movie. And believe me,
Wow.
you're lucky all the women from that movie theater were over there.
Beat him down, huh?
I don't think we would have had to because you've seen too many car doors opening with
That's-
guys
that's just
climbing out.
stupid.
They were not going to let them. And a lot of times people won't jump in and help people nowadays, but they weren't having it. And I think when he seen the muscles on this young guy that got out, he got in between the two. He said, you're not touching her. Mm-hmm. And then that's when the other guy said, get in the car, let me pump your gas for you.
Well, that was a nice thing to do. But, you know, this guy should not have been allowed to
No, he should have been
perform
asked
like
to leave.
that. Yeah, absolutely.
But then, do you play with somebody that's acting like that? Who's to say he wouldn't have taken that and
Well, the guy that was in charge of that gas
He
station,
should have.
he should have called for security.
Well, the security
if
did
he's not
come.
if he's not strong enough to deal with it, if he doesn't have the management wherewithal to manage a situation like that, then you call security over and let them handle it. But this guy should have been escorted away from the gas pump, cigar and all.
I've just never really seen that where a guy will threaten a woman that he don't even know. But I see a lot of it when
that's a
I'm looking
coward.
on Facebook now where men are hitting women,
Yeah, he's a coward.
especially older women. It's like, what
And a
happened?
punk.
And
He
punk.
was a punk. Mm-hmm. My daughter got out. Now, it was just a trip because
Yeah.
she was very angry how he was talking to her. He was going to hit her. He came right over to beat her up.
It's shameful.
I guess he thought all the men were going to cheer him on.
Yeah, well, wrong. Well, you know,
It's
whenever
always-
you see something like that, somebody needs to stand up.
People do need to start standing up because the other day when I'm always getting gas there was an older gentleman that was walking and he fell and he had a walker. And it was nice to see people jump out of their car to help him because lately people are afraid to help people. And
Yeah.
I'm starting to see people are fighting back now. Like, we can't sit here and watch this. If I get myself, it's like a good example is over the weekend. There was a grandmother and her 2 grandchildren. And they were on the side of the freeway. They needed help, and this guy got out of his car to help her. Well, a drunk driver, who also had prescription pills sitting on the floor, hit all of them and killed every one of them. He killed 4 people. But that man got out of the car to help her, and he got killed. But this guy was drunk on his ass, and he killed all of them over the weekend. They're gone. And she was the grandmother. I think she was 58, and they were like 13-year-old twins, just gone. Over ignorance of drinking or taking pills. Your younger generation now, a lot of them don't want cars. They get in Ubers. But then, was it you that told the story about the Uber driver saying something when they go, oh, we're going to have a drink? And he goes, yeah, I'm drinking. I don't know if it was you or if my
No.
client was telling me that.
It must have been your client. I didn't do that.
Yeah, the Uber driver looked at the people and said, yeah, I'm having a drink too. So sometimes you got to really watch the Uber drivers.
I've heard people, I've had conversations with people that have gotten in my car, and they've said that they could smell weed and alcohol on, the driver.
I wouldn't get in it if I smelled it.
I had a passenger, man. This girl, I picked her up at a hotel right off of Century Boulevard. She was standing out front. Man, she got in the car. She lit the car up with the smell of marijuana. And there was a guy already in the car. And we dropped her off first.
I wouldn't have let her.
Well, you don't know until you're rolling.
I would have
So
pulled over.
I rolled the windows down and tried to air it out a bit. But I said to the guy that was sitting in the back seat with her, I said, man, did you get a contact high? Or what? He broke out laughing. He goes, yeah, that was strong. I said,
But you
"Man."
know what? She shouldn't have did that.
But you get people to have cigarette smoke on like that
but-
too, and that's sick.
Oh, I thought you said she lit up in the car.
Oh no, hell no,
it
no,
was
no,
on
no,
her.
no. That would not happen.
My
in
daughter said
my
the
car.
funniest thing is in the mornings when you get the walk of shame people.
The
when
what?
they're the ones
Walk
that,
of shame?
the women or men that's went out all night and
Oh,
they got their clothes on and you could smell stuff reeking from them. They
Wow.
call it the walk of shame.
The walk of shame.
We've all had the walk of shame in our life. At least I
I
have.
don't know about that one.
Come on, you never left a woman's house. You've been there all night and you're leaving in the morning or the middle of the night.
No, I try to leave before the sun comes up.
She gets. They have great stories, Uber drivers.
Good they didn't have Uber back in those days. I might have been one of those stories. I don't know.
I'll see it sometimes. I'm left to go walking, and I'll see girls walking down the street carrying one heel or carrying both of them.
Oh, now that's bad. Walking
Yeah,
down
you
the
got
street
tore
with no
up.
shoes on, shoes in hand. That means those shoes were not comfortable from the jump. You know?
She
Don't you
probably
think?
kept them on when she was having sex.
Yeah. Wow. Let's see what else is going on in the world here.
You know what? I want to ask you two a question before you get back in some topics here. Hold on a second. Now here's the dilemma I have. I have a friend of mine I've known since, I want to say, college.
Okay.
We go back over 20 years. And also used to be in radio with me, came up in radio together.
Okay.
And over the years, become good friends. She's known my family and stuff like that. And it's gotten to a point where I can't talk to her. And what I mean by that is, it's like everything I say to her is just, I'll give you a perfect example, okay? I'll be the first to admit that I don't know too much of today's slang. Okay, I'm old, so I don't keep up with today's slang. So I remember we had a conversation, and she says to me, "I'm slaying." I don't know what the hell slaying means. I have no idea. Now
Your slang?
she said, "I'm slaying."
Slaying. Oh, okay.
Right, SLAYING.
Well, I would be ignorant to that one as well. I don't know what that means.
We should have
Right.
a young person come in one day and ask them all the slang ones.
I want to ask them crap.
Well, like the time when they used the word sick. Everything's sick.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's.
Yeah, well.
But you can kind of figure that out. That's
No, when
pretty
they
hard.
say sick, it means it's great.
I know. Yeah.
But see, I would have never thought that was great.
That's like back
sick.
in our day, Carol. We used to say, "Oh, that's bad."
Right.
Right? You remember that one?
Yeah, and I is Apollo on?
No.
I wanted to
No.
tell him the new additions were in the movie
I
yesterday.
haven't finished my story yet.
Oh, let me finish. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No, it's
Go
all right.
ahead. No, finish.
But you see, you're making my point when it comes to different types of slang and what certain things mean. Now, this friend of mine, once again going back to college, gets upset at me for not knowing what the hell slaying means. That's very stupid to me. You know, it's like, I don't know what the hell it means.
What does
So
it
I
mean?
know it sounds trivial, but there was points leading to this point. In fact, Lee, a while back, I mentioned this person to you because her and I did some collaborations together, and I told you she would not put my name on the event.
Okay.
Remember that?
Um.
That's why you don't remember, because I did come to you for advice.
Oh,
what I
yeah,
should
yeah,
do
yeah.
about
I
that.
do remember that conversation. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you said, cut her low, dog.
Yep.
Yep. And
Bust
that's what
a
I
move.
did. Exactly. And so, and I did. So I stopped going to the events because she would not type my name into the promo events that we were doing, the collaborations together. So online you see her name, but not mine. So we fast forward recently, and I was like, you know what, Chris, try at least to make up again or whatever the hell, because you don't want to lose too many friends that you have. So I reached out to her. She's ignored me. So how do you forgive somebody? And I'll just go around the table. Carol, you want to go first? I mean, I don't know if you had experienced similar situations with friends or family. How do you forgive somebody?
I just move on. It's like
Okay.
I can be arguing with you and you can get me mad. And I might not talk to you for a few hours, maybe a couple days, but I move on and I don't bring it up again.
Okay.
And I find that's the best way rather than to. I do it all the time.
How do you forgive?
That's how I forgive. I just
Yeah.
don't talk about it again.
Okay.
Well, I'm probably a little different. I got to have a conversation about the situation to see if it's worthy or whether it makes sense to forgive. Sometimes it's a situation where you just don't need to forgive. It's so bad. You know what I mean? So egregious, so stupid. And if the person that you have the issue with is not willing to acknowledge that they did something wrong, then why should you forgive them? Forgiveness, in my mind, has to be kind of part of a meeting of the minds. If I say, Chris, you're always late. And you never show up on time. And that's not the case, folks. I'm just using this as an example. And
please tell her, right?
and so, but that's just the first thing that came to mind. And then you say, well, so what? I show up, don't I? And you're not going to, at least say, hey, man, I'm sorry. A lot of shit in my life now is complicated. I have to catch the bus, and the bus is late. And so at least you come up with a reason that makes sense. And then it comes back to me to say, okay, well, can I have a level of understanding here and forgive Chris for, being late 3 times a week? I would probably forgive you, but I would probably offer you a few suggestions, like get your monkey butt up early, man, and get to that bus, not the last bus that should get you on time, but the one before that. That way you're early or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but if you got one of these knuckleheads, like the guy with the cigar at the gas station, I don't know if I could ever forgive him for that kind of stupidity. Because he was obviously aware that he was doing something wrong. There's a big sign there, and people are bringing it to his attention. And he just said, screw you. He's one of these defiant type people that no matter what you say to him, he's going to be confrontational about it. So those kind of people I won't forgive. I will register that in my mind and say, oh, yeah, jackass, move on. He ain't going to change. He's stubborn. Now, if I run into this guy later and he says, I remember seeing you at the gas station that day and, hey, man, I apologize to you and to the lady who I threatened. And, I've thought about it and I was wrong. Then you can forgive a person like that. Because he did the man up thing and came to the realization that I was wrong. So you have to accept an apology like that. Now, if I see this knucklehead at the gas station again, he's doing the same stupid shit, I might smack him upside the head. And I'll hold him. So, Carol, can you kick him in the butt?
No.
No, she's going to get soft on me now. I set this thing up so Carol can be crazy. And she's, no. Well, you hold him and I'll kick him. How's that?
I'm trying to be this other person.
Oh, the other Carol.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No, don't do that.
Don't do you. I'm going to do you one day.
Yeah, no, don't do you.
But I'm going to do you.
Y'all are silly.
You don't even sound right.
Do I sound like Chris?
Hell no. You have to work on that.
I have to turn the bass up on her channel there.
When I have people that are late, you'll have clients that'll always, I have clients that'll be 2 days late.
No, they're not late. That's not
They
late. 2
just
days
think
is not
it's
late.
okay. So what I started doing with people is I
Don't
have that
answer the
other
phone.
client come right on time and they show up late. They go, well, you're late. This is her time now.
No, if they're 2 days late, they're not late. They didn't show up the day before. And I would say to them, you don't have an appointment today. Yours was yesterday, and you didn't show up. Mama?
Josefa used to be real bad about that.
Oh, she's still
She was
late.
the worst.
She's going to be late for her funeral. Everybody's be sitting there, where in the hell is Josefa? Where?
Is she always late?
Always late.
Always late.
Always.
But then when she's on time, she'll say, where are you? I'll say, well, you said be here at 8. Well, I wanted you to be here earlier. Excuse me?
Right? What?
Lee will tell you I'm normally on time, and if I'm not, I will send you a message. Mm-hmm. I'm running late.
Yep. I try to do that as well. Lately, I have to admit that I've been overwhelmed and off center.
Yeah, you have been lately. Mm-hmm. Like, I'll invite him to come over and eat something, and then he's at someone else's house eating. Oh, well, I just ate a little of hers. I'll be at yours. You know what I really want to say?
Can't turn down free food. Yeah, I know what you can't say. Don't say that on the radio.
No.
Pimpin'.
Yeah, he does that. Like, I don't count.
No,
Or
that's
he'll
not
say,
the case.
He'll say,
no.
I'm coming over. I'll be over at this time in 30 minutes. And he doesn't show. You don't hear from him.
But you know what happened yesterday?
Oh, well, I had to move these other things for someone. It's like.
No, what happened yesterday, I
Lee,
told you
you're
I'd be
a
over.
dinner pimp.
No. I said, I'll be over there in about 20, 25 minutes. And then my son called me with a FaceTime with my granddaughters. So and then I still had to jump in the shower. So that it turned into be a little longer. But I showed up, right? I took care of business. So.
He did, and I felt really, well, he's got to finish still.
Yeah. I got the audio coming out of her TV. Going into her sound system, I couldn't seem to get that to work. I don't know if it's a bad cable or just what, but we'll figure that out. That's simple. But I was kind of worn out. I was tired.
I could tell by how he was walking.
Yeah.
And then he'd lost some weight because I could tell he was wearing Fruities.
What are you looking at my butt for?
No, I didn't see your butt. I seen your Fruit of the Loom or underwear.
No, they're Hanes.
But they call those Fruities.
Fruities.
No, I mean, it's just a name because a lot of them, Fruit of the Looms have fruit on them.
Yeah.
Right.
But they're like,
No
these
fruit
ones
in
look
my-
like Fruities.
No fruit in my jeans, okay? Nope. Those are Hanes.
And they were
I'm a
clean.
Michael Jordan supporter. I want to be like Mike. Somebody was telling me he owns a portion of Hanes. Is that true? Anybody know about that?
Probably if he endorsed them before, they gave him a percentage.
Gave him a piece of that. That's a smart
Yeah,
move.
he's rich.
Yeah, I like Mike. Mike
He
is
married
cool.
this really pretty, is she Latin or what?
I don't
The
know.
woman he married.
What is this you're sending me saying, do you remember me? Who is that? I don't remember her. Carol
What
sent
did
me
I
something.
send you?
Some woman in a video saying,
Oh, you want to
Catherine is-
play that? It's really funny because kids nowadays,
mm-hmm.
they just don't treat us like they should. You know, we're there for
meaning
them.
parents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's telling her kid he's went away to school. This was hilarious. I bet he was embarrassed. Because I've noticed that even with my adult children, they'll make plans with me. Oh, Mom, for Friday I'm going to take you out to dinner, get you a pedicure and manicure because I have to work, so we'll do it on Friday and we'll see a movie. I don't hear a word. I text them. I'm on a video. Quit texting me. I'm working. Well, geez. Now, what if I had did that to you?
Oh, it'd have been
And this
a
is all the
disaster.
time. I mean, the only one that seems to really care is my daughter that doesn't feel well. Yeah. I didn't hear one word from my other daughter who surfaces when she needs something.
Well, that's always going to be
So
the
it's
case.
like, this is good. Because, you know, that's the one day I feel that's my holiday. That's my day. I don't want a birthday party. I don't want to go sit at a restaurant and you have people come and sing to me because I don't want that. But at least acknowledge me. I didn't hear from my one grandson, which I was shocked because he could have picked up a phone. His birthday was August 3rd. I sent him a message. Would you like to go out to dinner? It's like, if your mother's mad at me, you're an adult now. You can't let your mother judge who you should talk to.
Well, that's true.
Because I know Quay wouldn't do that, and I know Sky wouldn't, and Tanya wouldn't do it. But they do. And then they wonder why, when they call me to come for their birthday, and I haven't seen you for 6 months, because I can buy a present, and I don't go.
Yeah.
I don't go because I'm not going to just be called to buy you a present. If you want a present, just call and say, can you buy me this for my birthday? You don't have to invite me.
I'd hang up on somebody if they did that. Because that's
kids need
in
to
your
change.
face. Oh, they do.
I had a client telling me this the other day.
Yeah. But you know what? I have to say that when I see stuff like that, you know, I always say, you, the parent or grandparent, have to take charge of that situation and not allow it to happen. But every time we acquiesce or allow it to happen, they're going to keep doing it.
Well, you know,
we're enabling the bad habits.
I don't help none of them now except Tanya because my daughter's sick. Mm-hmm. And she don't ask you for nothing. She would sit in her house with no food before she would ask you for something.
Well, that's not good.
And my son don't ask anymore because it's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
No way. And my other daughter, the one that don't talk to me, she knows it's not going to happen anymore. You can't just surface when you want me to buy you groceries or do this or do that. It's over.
Right.
Wait until they see my will.
Uh-oh. The cats get it all.
The 3 4-legged ones, yes.
Well, you're going to need an executor to ensure that.
No, so. I have it in a way where it'll be for Tanya, but the cats stay. You don't take care of the cats, then you don't get it. No way. I read too much where people take an older person's animal and throw it in a kill place because the animal's old. Well, people do that when we think about it. They take an older person and they throw them in a retirement home. Yeah. And they don't go visit them, even though that person was 100% in their corner.
Yeah, they do that. Yeah, when my mom was in a nursing home in Virginia, and my 2 other sisters thought that would be the best place for her. And when I went to visit for the first time, it was right around Christmas. I didn't like what I saw, and I said, nope, my mama, not my mama. My mama is not going to stay here. And I immediately called the doctor and said, I need permission to take her back to Chicago. And he said, yeah, you can do that. So that's, you know, I just think that we, especially in America, we kind of cast our elderly to the curb. And we don't show the respect, I think, that we should show to our elderly.
No, they just act like you don't really exist any longer.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're old and useless.
Yeah, but sometimes you're in better shape than your kids are.
Well, that can be the case. You know, that does happen. Let me see. I'm trying to line this video up for you. Go ahead.
Backgrounds is how you were raised. I mean, you know, when I was coming up, if you were old enough to talk, you're old enough to get your ass kicked if you talk back.
Right.
Well, that's another thing. You know, they've stopped where kids don't get their asses whooped any longer. I got my ass whooped royally as a child, a teenager. And you know what? I'm alive. And I don't look at it like, oh, she was beating me to death or him. I get that sometimes from my kids reminding me I pulled their hair or I slapped them with a spatula on their ass. And I tell them, well, yeah. Or I tell them lay on the bed and I whooped them on their butt. Kids didn't walk around with guns like they do now, and kids didn't do the stuff you're seeing them do because this is what they do now. They'll look at you. Because when I had Kylie as my foster child, my granddaughter, that was the only way I could get her. Mm. She would do that. She'd go, I'll just scream, and I'll let people think you're hitting me. I got wise to that one. I would open the door, go down and sit by the pool because I live above a pool, and everybody hear her scream, and I go, that's my house. Nobody's hitting her. I go, that's what kids do. They play this game now. I'll just tell them that you hit me or you did this to me. And they do this to teachers. These teachers aren't always guilty, believe me.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I don't think it hurt when you use the rod on kids or the switches. It didn't hurt them. They're alive.
Exactly. All right, I'm going to play this video that you sent me here.
Yeah, listen to this, Mom, because we've all experienced this.
All right, here we go. Yep, where's my volume here? Carol, you always send me stuff I can't play. What is this? Hold on.
Actually, I didn't quite give birth.
Let's start it over.
I had to have a C-section to get you out.
Wow. Okay.
She's good.
Here we go.
Hi, Liam. Hi. Do you remember me? I'm your mommy. I gave birth to you. Well, actually, I didn't quite give birth. I had to have a C-section to get you out.
Ouch.
A big scar and hurt like hell. But that's okay. Do you remember that was me that gave you life? I know my hair's a little shorter, but I kind of still look the same, right? Yeah? Side view? I haven't heard from you in a while, and I thought maybe you forgot about me, but let me joggle your memory a little bit. Do you remember the first 2 years of your life? There was this woman, and you were always on her hip. You, never wanted to get put down. Do you remember that? Well, I'm that woman. I was the person who always had you on my hip. Look, here's the hip, right here. You see that? That's the hip. For 2 years, do you remember that at all? When you're in your dorm at night, do you lay there and think, wow, I wonder who fed me for the first 18 years of my life? Well, I don't want to brag, but that was me. I was breakfast, lunch, dinner. I pack your lunches. Daddy helped you. Do you remember Daddy? He's 6 foot tall, really dark hair, a little bit gray, little belly. It's okay. Really funny. Do you remember him? He was a part of that too. And the both of us, we would take you to your activities and drive you back and forth to karate. Oh, remember every 2 day, 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5th grade to 10th grade, there would be this lady who would drive you to karate, and you were always yelling at her oh, hey, karate, it's stupid. And she was all stop your complaining. You gotta go to karate. It's good for your college resume. Do you remember that crazy lady? Oh, I was her. I was the crazy lady that you argued with and helped you get your black belt. I even sat through that 3-hour, really hideously long test. Does that help you a little bit? Joggle your memory? Or do you ever once in a while be wow, I went to 12 years of school, and I wonder who signed those checks every year? Well, yours truly did. Mommy and Daddy, we signed those checks, Is that helping you with your memory a little bit, bud? Because, you know what? Wait a minute. I need to stop, and I need to back it up. Maybe I need to give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you haven't forgotten me. Maybe you've forgotten how to use a phone. Well, you know what? This is what I do. I'm a mommy, and mommies help their kids learn. I taught you how to go in the potty and ride a bike. So I'm going to teach you how to use a phone. So basically what you want to do is you want to grab the phone, the one that Mommy and Daddy bought you, and unlock the phone. And I know that you know what that passcode is, because I know someone texts his girlfriend every day, doesn't he? Yeah. So unlock your phone, and at the bottom you're going to see 4 little icons. Go to the one that's I think it's green with a white headset or handset. I don't know what they were called, but we used to use them when we were younger, in the generation that respected their parents. So you want to use that little icon, push the button, it brings up a little notepad, and I know that you know my phone number because I pounded that into your head because I was always so worried about you getting lost or stolen. So you want to dial my phone number and hit that button again, and then Don't be afraid. You're going to put it up to your ear and you're going to hear this ringing noise. It's going to sound a little strange to you because I know you haven't heard it in a while. So hold that up to your ear and ring, ring, ring. And here's the magical part, bud. Even though I'm 2 hours away from you, the phone is going to ring on my end, and it's going to say, my baby boy is calling me. And I'll pick up the phone, put it to my ear just like you. And hey, yeah, that's how that works. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, you are welcome. So now I know I'm going to hear from you, especially before your mother and father have to pay the next installment for your tuition in November. All right. Can't wait to hear your voice because I forgot what it sounds like. Pain in my ass.
That's good. That's good. Now, her son must be a real jackrabbit, okay?
No, to me, that's kids.
Yeah, well, that's true.
I mean, that's what they do. When my
She
son
don't
went
have
away,
it, but I'm telling you, nice hip.
yeah, when my kids went
Yeah,
away to
right.
college when Quay went, I
Yeah.
didn't hear from him. And when I did, I said, "Oh, you partying?" He goes, "Oh, I don't go out. I just study." I said, "Well, you know what, buddy? When you're at these parties and you got that phone in your pants, it's been butt dialing me.
Oops.
And you know who I always hear the loudest at that party?
You. Party animal.
And that's the
Yeah.
truth. It would butt dial me, and I'd hear my son just, yeah.
Partying.
And then they get on academic probation. I don't know what happened. I don't think they like me.
Yeah, right. Put the blame on somebody else. That video we just played has been viewed over 7 million times. Now, if I was her son, I'd feel like a worm. Gee whiz, you've been totally
Lower than
exposed.
low.
And only your boy's going to say, yeah, man, your mom is crazy. She's like, you really put you on blast, man. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Hey, put
7
yourself
million
on
hits,
blast.
man. Hey, you're white. Hey, I'll take a go with your mom. Man, she fine as hell, man.
Yeah, right. Then you're going to
There's
you
always
start a
one.
fight now. That's my mom, man. You can't say that. No, man, I can say anything. You've been disrespecting her, so why not? You know? It goes both ways.
Well, I
Yeah.
think a lot
Hey,
of
man,
kids
Your mom looks backed up, man.
have received that particular video.
Yeah. Now, wait a minute. We need to go back here. We need to rewind and go back to what was the meaning of the slang word? Because I don't know. Was it you're slaying? Or you're
Yeah,
slayed?
slang. Yeah, slaying. Yeah.
What does that mean? Did you ever find out?
Yeah, I guess I was so pissed at the fact that she got pissed at me about the whole thing, but I think it means like I'm doing well, I command the room,
Oh,
I'm
slaying? Is that
fierce,
what
all that
it
type of
is?
crap.
That's probably what it does mean, slaying.
Yeah. But I didn't know what the hell that word meant.
Oh, okay.
They literally
No,
have
it
a
just sounds
site you
petty,
can go
man.
to that gives you all the new words the kids use.
Yeah, it's,
Well, this is a woman that's like 3 years older than me.
Well, maybe she's one that hasn't quite grown up yet.
she's trying to be
You
hip.
know what? You're probably right.
Yeah. Trying to be cool
yeah,
in the gang.
you've been
and she's
having
not.
some issues on your page because I've seen where you've told women to quit sending you whatever was going on.
Oh, the hooker whores. Oh, yeah, I told you about that before.
Oh, well, you need to stop, Chris. You know you love it. You like
No,
the
I
attention.
don't.
That's why you doing the Donald Trump on them. Reverse
No, see,
psychology.
that's the second time you associate me with Trump, man. Come on, dog.
You doing the Donald Trump, man. Come on, back
I'm
up
not
on
doing
that one.
Donald Trump. No, really.
Yeah,
These
man.
hooker whores come after me about 5 or 6 times a day. I'm not kidding you. They inbox me, and of course you get their picture. They look very nice. I
Yeah.
don't doubt that. And then you read their page. Hey, you want to come F? Click over here. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, that you're right. There's a hooker whores.
Yeah,
They're working the room.
Right. So they take a look at me. Oh my God, he looks stupid. Hey, I'm gonna pass his name on to my friend Glitter. And then Glitter gets my name, and then she passes on to Shake That Ass, and then she passes on to somebody else, and then I got 5 a day.
Yeah, that's true. They will gangbang you on
No,
those kind of
it's
things.
funny. There's
Gang.
different dictionaries for this, where the new slang word.
Yeah.
The urban one says slaying is the act of having sex with little or to no emotional attachment.
Oh, were you
Slaying
having
for
sex
the
with this woman?
joy of slaying.
No.
Also, male can hit the town with the internet of slaying bitches. which means he wants to smash up a stray and have no repercussions.
Wow.
In other words, he's going to pick up a woman, have sex with her, and move on.
So she was using this this word out of context because nothing in your relationship has anything to do with it.
There's all different ones. That's the Urban Dictionary.
Okay. Well, that's probably...
Well, we're both black. That means we're both urban.
Well, then, did you
there you go.
Did you guys have sex?
No, we never have, no.
Oh.
Not
Then
even
there's
in college?
another definition with another, not urban, this one's just the new slang. Slay is defined to kill or destroy in a violent way, or is slang meaning to impress or amuse. An example of slay is to kill a vampire is the old one. An example of slay is to tell 10 hysterical jokes, one right after another.
So it has something to do with killing. So you were killing her with
not
something.
Killing. It's like, say somebody tells you something and they can tell you more. Like the guy said he told 10 jokes.
I don't know, Chris. I'm baffled. I wish I could help you, bro.
I was, and I still am, yeah.
Yeah, this sounds like some bovine.
Yeah, it means like,
There you
too, they
go.
killed the competition.
Yeah.
Like, say she was out or he was out with his friends and he slayed because all the women wanted him.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah, you got that right.
Well, I'll tell you this. So when was the last time you had a conversation with her?
Probably now about 4 months ago.
And is there anything missing in your life as a result of that?
Nope.
How did she use the word with you, the sentence?
I be slaying was her phraseology of the word.
Well, they say
She said,
women
"I be
use that
slaying."
word too when they looking good. They slayed in
Okay,
the
right.
outfit they were wearing.
Okay, see, that makes sense. I failed to mention that when she's, once again, we're going back and forth texting. When she sent this, now, I don't do all this type of stuff. In fact, I told you I'm an emoji racist. I don't use emojis. The hell with emojis. It goes back to where they came from. But these Giphies, little mini video things, she sent that, and what it was a lady with glasses and her hair in a bun and a robe, and then the woman undressed the robe. She had a bikini on, took off her glasses, took off the bun, swung her hair around, and the statement was, I be slaying.
Yeah.
So you're right. I guess it's to look good or to command the room. I don't know what the hell that crap meant.
Here,
interesting.
I literally found the teen slang. Like this
Okay.
one, if they say, what does ship mean? If somebody says that to a kid, it's when two people want to be in a romantic relationship. A girl, Justin goes, I still ship Jelena. So he's still seeing her. Basic.
What was that word again?
Ship?
Ship, like a ship, SHIP, not shit.
Selena.
Ship.
Yeah, he's still seeing her. I'm still seeing him. Then there's the word basic, something average or uninteresting. They're just basic, that girl.
You know what I hear the kids use a lot? And they're not even kids, adults. I was randomly thinking, or she was just she said something randomly. And I'm going, and I'm hearing that a lot. Are you guys hearing that?
Oh, here
as
it
well?
is.
No,
What
I
does
haven't heard
slay
that one.
mean? This is in the teenage urban, not the urban dictionary. I found an urban one a dictionary for kids. Doing something amazing. So in other words, she felt she looked great in whatever she wore, or she did something that was. Oh,
Okay,
here
just
it shows
say
a woman
that.
in clothes, and it says, "I'm effing slay." She's looking
Okay, you
great.
know what, and you're right, Carol, that's great. But just say it. Type that mother. I mean, don't say it. I'm too old for Giphies and emojis. Just type the mother. I mean,
Well,
come
it's
on
like
now.
when I said the word. What did I say? She walked the shame of walk or something.
Walk
or-
of shame, yeah.
Walk of shame.
Then they use the word yes, yes, agreeing or being excited about something. Today is Friday. What does low key mean? Something discreet or secret. These are all the words kids are using. What does thirsty mean? You're desperate.
I heard some. Well, these weren't kids.
I've heard
these
them
are-
use the word fleek or something a lot.
What's the term when you're going over to? Is it Netflixing or soft movie? It's something, but it means you're going to go over and sleep with someone. I forget now how it was, the context or how it was used, and I went, what the hell's that got to do with a movie? But it was something about a movie or Netflix or something. But it meant you were going to go over and, and have a little rendezvous. Boom, shaka, laka, laka. So, yeah, there's some weird terms out there now. I try to keep up with the ones that make sense, at least.
Well, they kind of have their own language, these young kids. Because
they don't want you to know what they're talking about.
Well, now we know because I found a dictionary.
If somebody was sell an app with all the translations of the bullshit that the kids are saying nowadays,
Lisa London in the chat for the Lee Michaels chat says Netflix and chill.
Yeah, Netflix and chill. That's it. I'm going, what? Really?
Is anybody watching Ozark on Netflix? It's really good.
No, I never even heard of it until you had it on at your house last night as I was getting ready to moonwalk out of the door.
Yeah, you were tired.
I never heard of it before. So this is a Netflix only kind of movie kind of thing, a series?
Yes.
Okay.
Lee's a really nice person, though. I mean, I can't put light bulbs because they're too high up. I have very high ceilings. I can't get the dust down.
Well, all you got to do is run and jump.
What, and break my knee when I'm coming down?
Well, the consequences of life.
I'm telling you, there's a new pill that's out. It's amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah, I started taking it, and within 2 weeks... Because, as you get past a certain age,
43?
you get up. About, I'd say 44, 45, maybe 50.
Okay.
You'll wake up and your joints are stuck.
Your joints are stuck?
Well, you feel all stiff. Mm-hmm. This stuff really works great.
Relieves?
Yes.
Really?
You don't have that problem. I get sore a lot because sometimes I walk too many miles.
Yeah.
But, when you're younger, you don't feel that pain as much. You'll say, oh, I'm in pain from working out. But as you get older, the pain gets intense.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're right. I have those moments. And I think lately I've been having a little trouble with balance. How's your balance, Chris?
I'm better now that I'm working out. Now that I'm working out 3 days a week for right now, my balance is much better.
Now how are you doing on your weight loss? Let's do an update here. What you got? What's going on? How much have you lost?
Well, not too good. I've been eating pizza last week, but I had to stop.
You cheated!
No, actually, it's okay when you're trying to lose weight or working out to have a cheat day. That's very normal. I wanted the cheat day yesterday. I wanted cake and ice cream.
Oh.
Well, that was your birthday. That's different.
Yeah.
No, I try to be really careful on stuff. Because I don't want to take these medicines that are out there. Every medicine has a thing that causes another problem.
Side effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to the doctor and got a little say a skin rash, and they give you some ointment, but maybe a shot in the ass, but then the consequences or the ripple effect, the side effects of the drugs, you may have hearing loss, erectile dysfunction, all kind of.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I just got a little rash.
No. Erectile dysfunction. No.
It's like the medicine they gave me.
Your eyes may cross.
For my hands, because I have dermatitis, because I use my hands a lot. And they gave me a medicine. They didn't bother to tell me. It has a steroid, and when you rub it on, it thins your skin out, so it causes you to get cuts, even with just a nail. It's like the cholesterol medicine. They don't tell people that you can lose your hair from a lot of it dries your hair out. Or it can cause permanent muscle damage. They don't tell people this. So I tell people, everything you buy, look and see what's in it.
Yeah, you got to read the side effects.
I'm very conscious of what I put in me.
Yeah.
It's like lately we've had junk here again, but I don't get carried away like I used to.
Yeah, some of the side effects, you watch these TV commercials, and they're a minute long, And the first maybe 18, maybe 25 seconds is all the positive stuff about this medication. The rest of it is side effects. You know, if you have a prolonged erection for more than 4 hours, you know, call your doctor. Go to the emergency room. No,
I'm not. I'm
no,
trying
I
to
ain't.
get more women.
No, I'm calling everybody. All the chicks that I haven't seen in 25 years. That's what I'm gonna do.
If I got a 4-hour erection, I'm banging.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna bang for no 4 hours. I can guarantee.
Well,
you
then
that.
you gotta
Watch
go
me.
and somebody else has
Don't
gotta
believe me,
come
just
on in.
watch.
You are not going to bang for 4 hours.
Don't believe
you'll
me, just watch.
wish that it comes down because you'll be tired. Nobody's going to bang on me for 4 hours. I can guarantee you that.
you can
one.
be
you don't
excused.
like to be touched. That's different.
That's right.
No, I didn't. I do with the right person. Yes, you guys misunderstand.
No, we heard you repeatedly.
Believe me, I'm not a saint.
So, you know, then you would be excused from the exercise and we would be calling somebody else.
I had a friend once take the Viagra because he figured it'd be more fun for his wife.
Right.
Well, he had his sweatpants on or something. He took the Viagra. It did nothing. So he put his sweatpants on and he thought, oh, hell, let's just go to the mall and shop. Well, guess what? All those little young girls walking around with little short
gotta be
dresses.
excited, huh?
All of a sudden, he had a mini tent in his sweatpants.
Yeah.
And he said he had to get out of that mall so fast.
Right.
Because he had sweatpants on. Mm-hmm. And it was very evident what was going on. But sometimes people think if they take Viagra, it doesn't always work on the wifey or the person you're hoping it will work on.
Who does it work on?
When he went to the mall and seen all those young girls, all of a sudden it was there. And when an older guy takes it, it could really do some damage to him because he can't reach a climax. And the woman ain't going to let you sit on her for 2 or 4 hours. It's like, get the hell off.
No, you take a break.
You'll see after the woman's done, it's over for a while. See you next.
Depending on what kind of woman you get.
I'm just telling you, I don't know any woman that's going to want to sit for 4 hours.
I don't know.
Well, let's take a survey.
Yeah,
Survey says. All right, so all the ladies that are in the chat room right now.
You continuously want a man to stay on you for 4 hours, not get off and take a break. Go 4 hours.
You got.
You gotta take a
no,
break.
you
now.
can
might
sit
take
4
a break.
hours.
Well, I mean, we're saying that most guys would love to have an erection for 4 hours.
I would.
And so now, whether or not you, the female, can handle it for 4 hours is another thing. And I recognize that, but that's why you got to have a list of people that you can call.
Right. You got to have like 3 to 4 or more women.
Yeah. So to the ladies that are out there, if Lisa London, are you still there? Where's Laura's not in there today. Okay.
Where's butt
I
chocolate?
did not know she was a Leo. Happy birthday, Laura.
Yeah, that's right. When is Laura's birthday?
It was last
It
week.
was
Yeah.
Right, it's a couple of days
that's right. We sang happy
before yours,
birthday to
Carol.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
wasn't here.
you played hooky that day.
No, I've been working.
Guy Black I was sorry to hear about, your nephew made his transition. Our heart and prayers go out to you and your family.
No, when was this?
I seen it yesterday where his 13-year-old nephew died from leukemia.
Oh,
And they
God,
have
I'm
a
so sorry, man.
GoFundMe for his aunt to help out.
Yeah, Netflix and chill. That's now the meaning of it. Look that one up, Carol. Netflix and chill. So let's get the official reading of that. But
Well,
to the
I
ladies,
would think if it says Netflix and chill, you're going to sit and watch Netflix and chill. You're going to relax.
No, that ain't what it means.
What does it mean?
It means it makes reference to going over to have sex. Maybe you start out with a movie.
Okay. You're going to go see a movie at your man's and chill.
Yeah. So look that
I
one up.
didn't do
Listen.
that the other day. I went and watched Games of Thrones at my ex's, and he bought dinner and that, and when it was over, I left.
And y'all chill.
We didn't have sex.
No? See, you didn't put the cap
Does the
on it.
chill part mean sex?
I think it does.
We chilled, we hung out and enjoyed
Netflix
watching it.
and chill. I'm doing a local search on that. Let's see.
Netflix and look.
Chill. Netflix and chill. Urban Dictionary.
Type in teen dictionary, just teen slang.
Well, we'll do them all. Like the old bull said to the.
But
young
I think
bull.
they've used the word chill for years. You know, I'm going to go chill at my boyfriend's.
Yeah.
I don't like to meet a guy and the first thing he wants to, well, come on over and I'll rent a couple
Okay.
of movies from Redbox.
According to the Urban Dictionary, it says it means that you're going over to your partner's house and F with Netflix in the background.
Ah.
Ah, okay. Let's see. That's definitely a whole different kind of thing. But see, we would put on either a nice Barry White CD or Sade, you know, or a slow jam show on the radio.
Right.
But I don't think I want no Netflix playing in the background. That might be
No.
distracting.
Right.
You know?
Well, maybe, though, they're watching a porn.
Well, maybe that's
On Netflix, man.
no.
Well, they might have dirty stuff.
Just get porn, man.
Well, if you could just watch it on Netflix, why rent a movie when you can just pull it up? Let me see if Netflix has porn.
Might as well go and get porn.
Right. Cut through the chase.
Well, if you already have Netflix, why you got to go pay for it if you have it? My ex
You get
used to
it free
have so
online,
many movies, it was ridiculous. Cases of them. I think he really had issues there. I remember I had a parrot, and they would sit down. He would be downstairs watching movies, and the parrot would be there with him eating popcorn. And one day I turned the TV on, and then I knew why my parrot was screaming. He would scream, and they were watching porn together. Have my poor parrot watching porn.
Would the parrot repeat stuff?
No, he would just scream. I would be upstairs, I'd hear him screaming.
Yeah, the birds will sell out on you, though, boy.
They will.
Yeah.
They will tell everything. I can't even get into my Netflix. Where did it go?
That's right.
Birds say, slap my ass.
Ball gag.
What do you think of this thing with Justin Bieber? Have you seen that, Chris?
Seen what?
Where Justin
What's that?
Bieber claims that he's left the industry right now, his tour, because of things that have happened to him. Have you read the story? I sent it to Lee.
No, I didn't read it. You told me
You
about
have to
it,
read
though.
the story. You know, they're saying that Corey Feldman, Elijah Woods, numerous kids have complained about this, about different things that have went down.
And what are some of the things that have gone
Well,
down?
he claims, do you have it still? Because I took it off.
No,
It's
I
on
don't.
your page. Let me see. It should be in your messenger. You have to hear what he's telling you. He's telling you that when he first started, they wanted him at parties.
Okay.
And
What
they
kind of
had a
party?
young kid they had brought who they got high. And that it's on your messenger. I thought you would have read it because it's been all over. People don't know if he really said this, but he's been going to this, I call it a cult, at the Montage Hotel in Beverly Hills with this preacher. And it's kind of like, what's that one, Scientology, where they get you to talk. And he was telling this story. So somebody went and put it on, went and told somebody. So I thought I had sent it to him.
I saw it, but I didn't get a chance to read it because I said,
Well,
hell with
that's what's
Justin
interesting
Bieber.
about it. He walked off his He's been out on the road and he walked off. He said he wasn't doing any more of these shows.
Or is this a Kanye West exit?
Yeah, and he's probably trying to use that as an excuse so he won't be stuck with he'll still get paid because that's what Kanye West did. So the insurance had to pay him. He went to a hospital. So if he is doing this, he's pretending, but he might be telling somewhat truth. But I have a lot of friends in the record business, and I know they don't do things like that. I know they don't.
I wouldn't doubt that there's some freaky deaky
Pull
stuff
it
going
up.
on.
It's a great story.
Yeah, I in fact believe in because we've been around this business a long time, and I'm not going to sit here and be naive and deny that there's some freaky shit that goes down in the business, whether it's the film business, music business, computer business. There's there are freaks everywhere, and I use the term freak, and I use it loosely, but there's some weird stuff that's going on, and people are participating in it. Just let's look back at the whole Bill Cosby situation and others. You're telling me that those women didn't know what was going to go down, or they, didn't know that something was put in their drink, or come on. They went there with the understanding that something might be going down, but they were willing to do it because they wanted to excel, and get an opportunity. And they thought Bill could bring it to them. And that's not just Bill. Anybody in the industry knows that. And most people that have been in the business for 10 years or more have probably been faced with it. I had a guy say to me one day, he says, Lee, if you were gay, you'd probably do better in the business. I said, well, that's not me, dog. I don't roll like that. And look, if you do, that's fine. I'm not going to, get in your way.
Well, what has being gay got to do with that?
What that meant to me was there are people in power that I should be connected to that I wasn't. And if I did, then I would have favor. But I did okay without that, so I'm good. It's just not my lifestyle.
It's
not
funny
I
when
to
people
participate in.
say things. Gay people are just like everybody else. You have
No
gay
question.
people that are very promiscuous and gay people that aren't.
No question.
And
Absolutely.
I always have to correct people on this when they think that, here it is. I sent it to you. Justin Bieber, pedophiles run the evil music industry. I don't agree with him that all people that run the industry do this. That's not true.
Well, he did say all.
He said they run the evil music industry.
Well,
no, I know a while back with David Geffen, he did a lot of things, and I know that for a fact just through people being in the business.
Mm-hmm.
I've had people I've did their hair that have asked me to do 3 ways with them or sleep with their husbands, and like I've told a few. First of all, he's your husband, and next of all, he's too ugly for me. I've had clients that have called me up crying, and I get there and they whip their robe open and they're naked and go to hug me, and I go, oh no, we don't go this route.
Mm-hmm.
But that's in any business you do. Any business.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, computer business and
says
whatever.
I'll read some of this. Justin Bieber told hundreds of people at a Bible study class in Los Angeles that he has woken up to the evils of the music industry. And he needs to take a break from the industry because it is controlled by the absolute worst kind of people, pedophiles. He's become a regular at this Bible study at the Montage in Beverly Hills. It's a big hotel we have. Mm-hmm. And he told them all his horrific story to the congregation. He's describing a party on tour attended by the upper music business, including executive VPs of development, producers, power agents, and international financiers. He said he was encouraged to sexually abuse a young child who had been bought. I don't know if they mean bought or brought to the party for the sexual gratification of the industry elite. I didn't want to do this. I really didn't. They said this kid was drugged. It was horrible. Bieber said, explaining that it was made clear to him that he would gain entry to the business side of the industry if he joined the club by passing the initiation rites. I wouldn't just be a performer, I would be a mogul. Now, I think this is wrong, what he's saying. That path would open for me like it did for Jay-Z. It's the difference between a millionaire and being a billionaire. But Beaver told the congregation that he couldn't do it. To join the club, I had to do bad things to this poor kid, but then I realized that that wasn't enough for them. I also had to kill this little child. I don't believe that. Beaver said he had heard rumors about this type of initiation in the music industry, but he had not been confronted with it before. I got told secretly they filmed these parties. Once they got you on video doing something like that, they own you.
That's right.
Beaver says his conscience is clear because he didn't participate, but the fate of the drug child haunts him. They said the kid was raped by a few different guys. They said he was bleeding. I got out of there, but I heard he died, and that haunts me. Now, I don't know if he's telling the truth, but it's sad.
Yeah, we have to take him at his word
Well,
until
it said
we find
these
out.
accusations have been made by numerous celebrities and musicians. One of them is Corey Feldman, Elijah Wood, have both gone on record exposing the pedophile at the heart of Hollywood. According to Elijah Wood, innocent young lives are destroyed to satisfy people with this type of interest, who you see as their prey. Woods dropped a series of bombshells about the pedophiles that run the industry, noting that clearly something major was going on in Hollywood. We've always known about the casting couch.
Yeah, and it's the same thing that was involved with the young lady.
Well, they're
that
saying
was,
even Nicole Kidman has spoken about this.
Sure.
And Lindsay Lohan.
Let's not be naive. This is alive in the entertainment
This is a
industry.
rumor that's going around right now. Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington were both hung themselves, but they were going after this. They were getting ready to expose this. Now they're saying that they can't say it was a homicide, but they're starting to believe it might have been that both of them were hung because they were going to expose the industry. And it cost them their lives.
The stakes are very high, and you can call them pedophiles, but it's more than just children involved. It's adult, intimidation, and like the kid said, they get you on film and they got you. So they are going to control the rest of your life, whether you like it or not. What are you going to do when they got you on film? And you're having sex with a minor child and or kill this child, you're going to do exactly what they tell you to do. And if they tell you to take 2% versus 25% on your contract, then that's what you're going to do. Because they got control over you. They will expose you. It's part of the dark web, the dark side of the internet. That's where these kids are bought and sold. And you have to have private access to these websites, I'll call it, that the public just does not have access to. Might have access to a virtual private network where you can screen these sex slaves that have been captured, young people, and even some young adults.
Oh, well, they're really warning parents right now, especially in California. Do not let your kids walk home from schools.
Another damn spam call. All right. Potential spam. Yeah.
You got to do like I do. You hear me when I answer, hello? But now T-Mobile will send you a thing and it'll say most likely nuisance or scam.
That's what I have.
Yeah,
it
they
says
will tell
potentials. And then I go in and I block that number.
There you go.
I'm sick and tired of the IRS calling me saying that there's a cop outside your door waiting if you don't call us back. They're like, come on. Are people that stupid, really? I'm going to record one of these messages. And just because I want to make sure that people are not falling for the okie doke. The IRS is not going to call you up and threaten you that the local authorities are going to arrest you if you don't call them back within 24 hours to fix your tax situation. And if you don't have a problem with your taxes, why would you even consider calling back? It's nuts.
Oh, I get a lot now where they sent me a thing saying that I ordered this stuff. Is it really me? Put your information in. But I reported it to the credit card people.
Mm-hmm.
I sent their email to them because that's what they asked me to do. And I keep getting this PayPal thing. I don't have a PayPal.
Yeah, I get those.
Put your information in.
Right. You need to.
They say
change
Wells
your
Fargo
login.
or any of those banks will never go online and ask you to send your information.
That's right. Believe it.
Boy, somebody wants you bad.
Another restricted call, please.
Jeez.
And why am I still getting the ringing? I don't know. Apollo did come in there, and we didn't get to him, and I guess in time he maybe had another phone call or something. So, Apollo, if you're listening, call back, and we'll work you in here. How much time we got? Yeah, we got about 20. No? Yeah, about 21 minutes, 22 minutes left in the show. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to the Lee Michaels Show with Carol and the cast of characters. And we're on live Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to noon Pacific time. You can see us on Facebook, YouTube. Just go in and search The Power of Voices. Or you can search Lee Michaels, a.k.a. iRadio Coach, on Facebook and on YouTube. Or you can go directly to our website and hear the show. Less bandwidth needed at thepowerofvoices.com. There you go.
And Lisa's responded on the Power of Voices on the page there, not the Lee Michaels page, about your question about the whole 4-hour thing.
Oh, okay. What did she say?
I don't have it in front of me. I thought maybe you want to read it.
Okay. It was on the Power of Voices page?
Correct.
Okay. Well, let's pull that up, my friend, and see what Lisa London is saying.
Yeah, man.
She's bouncing from one to the other. Why is that, Lisa? Because she was on.
I think your page crashed or something. We only stopped the video a couple of times. I know it did when I was checking it out.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Why would it do that? Is it playing now? Let me look up here. In the streaming software, no, it is not running on the Lee Michaels. Why is it stopping like that? That's weird. It's running everywhere else. I didn't do it. Don't look at me. All right, let me go over to the Power of Voices page.
All right.
I'm hungry. You're there. Oh, hungry. Last night when Lee was fixing something, this Ozark show was on night. Hear this voice. I go, was that you? Because they were real Southern, huh? How did you say that yesterday?
I don't remember now.
Well, that was similar. I don't remember now.
I don't remember. It was a woman talking, and I was doing a line answering what she was saying in the movie. Apollo, you there?
I am.
Good morning, sir. Or afternoon
How y'all
to you.
doing over there?
We're good.
All right.
Chris Bass in the place.
Yeah, you got a good hand, man. I can't call it.
Yeah. You saw Usher's, a new accuser came out today.
Oh, yeah, I caught that. Yeah, thanks for sending me. I
What
caught
are
it
they
earlier.
accusing
Thanks.
him of?
Herpes.
Yeah, Quantasia Sharpton says Usher gave her diabetes.
Quantasia.
Diabetes.
Yeah.
How you gonna give somebody diabetes unless you're feeding them like heavy sugar and fat?
Have you seen her picture, Lee? Have you seen Queen Latifah?
Queen
picture
Latifah.
That's a good one.
You ain't
She's a
seen her
bigger-
picture? No, she a big girl. He must have been messing with her in the wintertime.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I sent you the headline.
Okay.
You see it?
No, I'm reading
I don't know
the
why
comment
these
right
girls want to do that because they're making themselves where everybody knows. And how do they know he gave it to them?
now. Yeah, right.
Hey, did you get the
he got
the video
money.
from the President Vincent Fox? That was great. I think it was he did a video for Trump It was unbelievable.
No, I haven't seen that one.
I'll send it to you. You can watch it whenever. It's hilarious though. He basically chews Trump up and spits him back out.
Okay, I'll check
Where
it out.
did you see the one where they're doing the taco bowls? And he goes, it just shows where. Just why don't you just eat a taco?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
right.
Same video.
Oh,
That's what I'm
yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one goes back some time ago, doesn't it? Yeah,
June, I don't know when he did it. It's
Yeah.
got 50 million views when he said
yeah,
you're an idiot, and
yeah.
He
That
said-
one came out a long time ago.
you could give 50,000 teachers jobs for what you want to spend on this wall, or you could give the entire earth clean drinking water for 3 years. And
Responding to Lisa London's post on the Power of Voices Facebook page. Now, if it's intimate off and on for 4 hours, yeah, I could do that. But straight time, no.
Thank you. I said the same thing. You can't.
You'd try, though, wouldn't you?
No. If it takes that long for a man, I don't want him.
I've heard.
2 hours?
No,
4.
we're talking about Viagra. And
Oh, yeah. Well, that's just because you have your blood vessels get swollen.
Yeah.
And, the nitrogen
No, but what
levels
it
being
was
raised in-
they said they could go for 4 hours.
I said if
I could
it-
too, back when I was 19 and had a fifth of Tanqueray.
No, I'd never experienced that.
I'd
But
have hair burns. I'd be like, God almighty. That's back when they had hair.
right. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah,
Did
but
you see Pensacola, Florida? 2 men are in custody
for what?
after an assault on a parking enforcement officer. Yeah, let's see. It left a 47-year-old parking enforcement officer in the hospital with what's described by doctors as complicated rectal injuries. The 2 assailants apparently took his parking ticket and shoved it up his ass, literally.
Dang. I guess they didn't want that ticket. Leave them clowns alone. Now that's
They did that to a cop?
No, a parking enforcement, the guy the meter maid or whatever
Yeah.
you call it.
right.
Fox News lost another one.
Yeah,
for
goodbye.
Sexual harassment.
Yep. Sending
Eric
lewd pictures
Bowling.
to coworkers. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Come on. That's
Yeah.
juvenile stupid. Moron stupid.
I agree. How was your weekend? I'm late getting in here.
Yeah. Well, I had a pretty good weekend. I did a little
Carol,
bit
how
of
about you?
Ubering and hanging out.
I had a nice weekend. I didn't get my cake or ice cream.
You had a birthday.
Well, was it your birthday?
Yes, and didn't get a cake or ice cream.
How old are you?
That's none of your business.
She says she's 40. What,
Why even
44?
have birthdays then if you ain't gonna tell us how old? How many candles we supposed to put on the cake?
I don't need candles.
Don't you?
No.
She says she's,
Wow.
what, 44? 42.
21.
Now you're going backwards. Earlier,
Yeah,
now we're going to do the replay. I said you were 21. You said, no, you were 42 or 44.
Well, Laura's older than her. Laura's about 55.
No, she is.
I don't think she is. She Laura
No,
ain't
she
that old,
isn't.
is
She's
she?
in her 40s.
Chris just flirting with her. That's all.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't call it flirting.
That's what. Yeah, that's exactly what.
I think that's what it is.
Oh, hell nope.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nope.
You know, she's a very beautiful woman. I love her hair.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, Laura's a very lovely person. Absolutely. Charming, funny.
Who's that?
Laura Rice.
Oh, I thought you said Gloria.
Yeah, and you can hear her show coming up next here on thepowerofvoices.com. It's called Full Body Frequency. And it talks about the
Full
lifestyle
Body
and fashion
Frequency.
as it pertains to the Boom Shakalaka girls.
What's a boom shakalaka girl?
The big girls.
I thought you meant a Pentecostal or
Well, you
something.
know
No.
what I've been noticing lately? A lot of young girls, they're not trying to be bones. I've seen more young girls now that are more shapely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks to
I see them all the
KFC.
time. It's hard to keep your
There you
eyes
go.
on the road.
Yep. Do
I've never
fries, go with that shake.
I've never seen so many shapely ladies in my life until in the last 9 months driving Uber.
He won't be driving for 2 weeks. If anybody
be
hears
quiet.
of him driving,
Yeah,
please let me know.
Yeah, whatever. I have a double,
he has
so I'll blame
he
it
has
on
to
the
take
double.
a break.
I'll blame it on the double.
Like R. Kelly.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
had that
exactly.
double.
That wasn't me.
doing
That
all
was
them
my
sex
double.
videos with them little children.
Mm-hmm. That was my double. It was not me. I was home in bed asleep, resting.
My body double.
Yeah, that's right.
Quantasia. Who names their child Quantasia?
I think that's when
somebody
people were
black.
going through changes. You would hear these weird names.
Quantasia Sharpton. I wonder if that's Al Sharpton's daughter.
Oh, see, I knew you were going to go there.
He maybe she'll get her stomach stapled like he did.
Yeah. I'm looking at this.
Is that
Picture you
why he
sent.
got
It's a
so
big girl.
skinny?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had his stomach stapled. Mm-hmm. I got a friend of mine had his stapled, and about 4 years later, he big as hell again. I'm like,
No.
you should have had your damn mouth stapled.
Well, they said that about Aretha Franklin, but she's sick.
Is that what?
That's
There's
what
a
I
rumor
heard.
that
She's
she's sick.
sick.
I don't know that she's actually sick.
Well, I didn't know she'd had cancer before.
I didn't know it.
I didn't
They
know
were
that she
saying
did
she
either.
had cancer.
Right.
Where'd you see
I
that?
haven't heard her say that.
I
she
seen
had
it in the news.
Yeah.
What news?
I'm not going to tell you what news. I could ask you the same question sometimes. You
She's
don't know.
protecting
I'm
the
just
her
news.
asking,
source.
was it what was the source of your news?
Not going to tell you that. I don't know.
Well,
I don't
just
pay
say I don't
attention all
know.
the
Don't
time.
say I'm not going to
You
tell
know
you
what?
because that sounds
I don't need you to
questionable.
chastise me today.
I'm not chastising you. I just asked so that I could go look it up
And
myself.
I
'cause
answered you.
I haven't
go on
seen
and
a
look it
credible
up,
news.
'cause that's what you do. I noticed you Google everything when somebody says something. Go Google
Well, it's not
it.
a
No,
bad
I try
idea,
to
though.
find
I
a
have a
credible
daughter
news
that does
source.
the same thing. You'll tell her something. That ain't right. Where did you
Well,
hear that
because
from?
you have,
and then
you
she's
have a credibility
Googling.
issue.
But
Carol.
we
That's
do
why.
know, Carol. You have to admit there are a lot of sources of information that are not credible. They make up stuff, and it's the only reason they make it up because it's sensational, and it'll make people come to their website so they can get paid off of these penny ads and make money.
YourNewsWire.com, all these, they look like fake. They look real, but
They
they're
look
fake.
official. Yeah.
60 Minutes did a whole story on how they prey on,
The
people that are
naivety.
over 50 and get on Facebook and believe everything they see on their news feed.
Even young people fall for it because you don't know any better. You know, it looks
Yeah.
good. It looks. I mean, the sites are laid out nicely. You know, they got one of those $59 templates, and they throw junk up there, and it's well written, and it's believable.
Right.
But
It
it's
gives the appearance
Yeah.
of a news source.
exactly, but it's
Right.
not real news.
That's how Trump got elected.
That's right. Faking it, faking and fooling and faking, fooling you with fake news, fake information on people, destroying their credibility and stuff like that.
In fact, Trump's going to start doing these news of the week videos on Facebook now.
Yeah, I heard he started a news channel
Yeah, his
too.
own news network.
Right.
With his
And where did you
daughter-in-law
hear that from, Apollo?
On TV, on CBS. Evening News with Scott Pelley, as a matter of fact.
And until Donald Trump's claims that that's a fake news source, then it's credible.
Yeah.
I mean, CBS has been around longer than I've been alive.
I would think, being president, though, that he shouldn't be able to conduct other businesses.
You would think.
I would think that he needs to be more worried about this country, the problems he's caused.
But he doesn't
Well, he's billed
care.
the taxpayers $40,000 for just golf cart rentals over the last 2 months for Secret Service to ride in golf carts at his resort. Not to mention they went up on the rent that the Secret Service had at. Did you see that? The Secret
Yes.
Service They
Trump
moved
Tower.
into a trailer. They put a trailer on the sidewalk because they said we're not going to pay more than $130,000 a month for rent for this apartment that we have to stay in.
$130,000 a month.
That's what Trump Tower is charging the Secret Service to stay in Trump Tower so that they can protect his wife and child.
I don't blame him. I'd move out too. And in fact, I think the neighbors.
I'd just move on.
Yeah.
I'd say, look, bitch, you come to the White House or
Or
you
else.
hire your own security.
That's right. You're a billionaire.
We
You can
didn't
handle
elect your motherfucking ass. We didn't elect you. You a whore.
Be kind. Come on. Don't drag her out in the mud like that.
Well,
But
she is.
she might be.
She's a whore.
But listen,
Who?
listen.
Who are you talking about?
I don't.
Melania.
I think that.
Why has she got to be a prostitute?
Well,
Okay.
what I think the neighbors on Fifth Avenue ought to be in outrage.
Whore.
You know, it's got to be impacting on their business. I know there was one, was it a clothing store or a restaurant, said his business was 20% down from before.
Right, because the traffic is blocked.
Yeah. I mean, that's not fair to the American people, especially the people there on Fifth Avenue in New York City. And it also impacts blocks away because they're rerouting traffic and all kind of craziness. So that's selfish. That's
Very much
really
so.
selfish.
Did you see my prediction? I don't know if I sent it to you. I posted it last night before I went to bed.
No, what
I
is
said that the president will soon be exposed as being beholden to Russian oligarchs and mobsters. He will try to fire Robert Mueller to prevent us from finding this out. I think Congress is going to intervene, and I think his only remaining hope will be a 9/11 scale disaster or some kind of contrived war that he can exploit to distract us. If we're lucky enough to survive that, I think he'll resign before he's impeached, but only in exchange for a pardon from Mike Pence. I think that's how this presidency will end.
I think that's
He will
plausible. That's a strong possibility that it's going to go down that way. I think that this investigation is certainly going to expose things that we don't know about. Whether or not it's impeachable, kind of evidence, I don't know, but I think that things have to change. It's too much leaning towards corruption. They've been caught in too many lies. And this is what has prompted this investigation. So the investigation must move forward. If he tries to stop the investigation in any way, shape, or form, legally or illegally, that to me is an admission to guilt.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Period. Otherwise,
Absolutely.
sit back, be a freaking president, get
He
off
doesn't
of
know how to
Twitter.
do that.
Well, that's true because his ego is bigger than the state of New York, bigger than the state of New York
Bigger than
and Texas. Maybe bigger than the United States of America. This guy's head is so big, full of himself, it's ridiculous. And how anybody can say, well, he's a nice guy and he means well, he's really out for the people. Are you paying attention?
You got to be careful what you say now, because Jeff Sessions will put you in jail if you say too much.
Well, he's going to have to be in there with me. Okay. And he might end up being a part of this as well. Nothing would surprise me at this point in time.
Did you see that drug dealer in Florida that called the police and said somebody stole his cocaine?
No.
He must have been on that weed or
No,
something.
that was a drug dealer using his own goods.
He called the police. He
to be
called
high.
911 at the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office and said somebody broke into his car, took $50 in cash and a quarter ounce of powder cocaine.
Yeah, he was high.
Deputies showed up, found his cocaine, couldn't find his $50, and took him to jail. And he was released on a $4,000 bond.
Maybe he owed the other drug dealers some money. He wanted to get off the streets.
Something. That don't. Yeah. Or he's smoking some good ass weed.
Something. That was a crackhead move. That wasn't a weed
Somebody
head.
stole my coke.
Literally.
Yeah, that's a crackhead move. Only a crackhead would do something like that. Or what was bath salt?
Yeah, he was drinking.
Yeah,
something.
he wanted to get locked up. Poor fella. That's crazy. Yeah, we talked about the young model that was over in. Well, she went from London to Italy, and
What'd she do?
became hijacked. She was
She got hijacked?
kidnapped.
Her plane got hijacked?
No. She went to a photo shoot as set up by her modeling agency.
Right.
After she was done with that, they called her back and said, "Hey, we got another job for you." And they gave her the information. She went there, and they kidnapped her, and then called the agency back and said, we're going to make a sex slave out of her and blah, 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 but, if you give us $300,000.
Oh, she got kidnapped.
Yeah.
And who paid her? Who paid their
nobody
ransom?
The agency rejected the idea. And then there's a thing called, was it the black web or something?
Oh, the dark web.
The dark web. And so they put her on that, and they were in the process of transporting her to whoever bought her. And the cops
probably Trump.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And the cops busted the whole thing up and caught him and saved her.
They weren't very smart.
No.
Where were they from, though? The kidnappers? What country?
Well, they were in Italy. Now, where the
okay.
people are from, I don't know.
The mob.
Yeah, this happened in Italy.
Well, it's time to go, man. I'm glad I caught y'all. I hope y'all had a good weekend.
Yeah, we had a good weekend. We survived the weekend, and here we are on a Monday. We're looking forward to Tuesday.
Carol, call some of your Hollywood friends and tell them my buddy needs $5,000 for a script. Lee'll share it with you.
What do you mean $5,000 for script?
He needs $5,000 to put this script. He's trying to. I don't know. Lee,
What's
Lee,
the
send
script
that to
about?
Her.
It's
called the Archangel Code. I know you're connected though. He'd be a good person for him to connect with.
Is it a TV or a movie?
It's I think it's a TV series, either a mini series but he wants to do some development into like I don't know.
Yeah.
Smoke a joint before you talk to him, Carol, because he's a deep brother.
Smoke him if you got him.
But yeah, Carol might be the hookup for him on that.
Maybe for something at least.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're out of here. Have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow, 10 a.m. right here on The Power of Voices and YouTube and Facebook and Periscope. Thanks so much for listening and watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Be safe and don't take no wooden nickels. Watch out for those kidnappers.